And welcome to the live class. And without further ado, I'm going to open up the class with a mantra, okay? And then we'll go forward. Om 𝐖ᵇʟᴄᴏᴍᴇ Namasoma Jyotegamaya Rityarman Ritangama Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, hello everyone and welcome to the class for Rune readers. Okay, all who qualify for this class is if you do Rune readings, any divination tools on top of doing Rune readings for others. Okay, and that's how you qualify easily for this class. All right, especially if you are open to wanting to be upgraded and take it to the next level, the next phase to your gifts, okay? So it's a very simple and easy class. There'll be timestamps down below in the description box and comment area after this live is done, so you can go right to your reading. There'll be two different kind of readings, okay? The first one is going to be for females. Second one's going to be for males that do Rune readings, R-U-N-E, okay? So you can have different runes, there's stones, there's wood, get my drifts. So I used to do that. That was my first divination tool that was given to me by one of my friends in high school. And then I got gifted a second pair of Rune divination tools because they're stones. And the first set I got was stones, and then the next set I got was wood. So I keep them in my purse for good luck. If you go doing research on it, you'll know more about it. Hi there in the chat. To Ian, hi there. Rose Side, glad you can join me. This is for Rune readers, a class, free class for Rune readers, males and females. So in this live, I'll have timestamps so you can go right to your reading. We'll start out with females and then males. We'll be going into unblocking stuff that's going on in your mind, body, and spirit, and even seeing if there's any blocks in your ether. So we'll be doing those kind of readings. I'm a mystic oracle healer, so I did these classes in order to help others, in order to expand more on your gifts, okay? And make you well aware of where those blocks are so you can be able to heal them. So it'll come in two parts for each reading. We'll do a reading, and then you'll be doing a self-care regimen for the next 2 months. And then there's going to be October classes that are going to be available for everybody, including this class for Rune readers and tarot readers and all that good stuff too. So that way you guys can grow and expand with more of your perception, your awareness, and everything else, okay? These kind of classes in October are going to be talking about the elements, like fire, earth, water, air, ether, also about life and death, life purpose, and divine purpose, how to be guided more, leading and following in balance as well. Also, let's see, how to take your teaching to the next level too. So it'll be 11 different kind of classes opening up in October, and all you have, it'll be very simple. It's just subscribing. So that way you get the notification in October so you can be able to watch the class live and be able to participate. If you have any questions, we'll have them towards the end of the class. So that way we can open up a dialogue, and share things and grow and expand together. It's a very easy class. You just need a journal so you can write down anything that will help you, inspire you with your gifts, anything you learned. If you have any ideas that come from it, what's great is that you'll be able to write it down in your journal. This journal can look any kind of way you want. You personalize it. You can get different kind of journals at the Dollar Tree to Walmart, wherever you want to go, okay? Even Amazon sells different unique journals, or you can make your own. It can be very simple as getting a binder and a stack of paper, because they, are still selling school supplies, very cheap and stuff, and you can put it all up in there in a binder, and that's how easy it can be. In this journal, it's not just about putting anything in with your, just the classes. This is literally showing how much progress you're going to make on your path, especially when you're growing and expanding as a Rune reader, okay? Now, if you stumble across this class and you're like, well, I'm not a Rune reader, I'm a tarot reader, psychic, oracle reader, or healer, I have classes for you. Some of them are also done. Or if you are like mixed with doing different divination tools, then I have one, tomorrow, for the ones that love doing mixed tools in order to expand more on your gifts by using different tools, okay, like Oracle and Tarot, okay? Hi there, Lizzie. Glad you can join me. All right, so let's start out with the first reading, okay? And this is for females. And what's great about these classes, they're flexible to whenever you want to watch them or rewatch them, okay? If you want to order more private stuff between me and you, my website is mysticoraclemary.com. Check it out. Then you're going to see what kind of stuff I do. A lot of my stuff is free on my channel, so that way it opens up opportunities for you to grow and expand. And I want that because of the fact, if I can help you unblock more of your gifts so there's no blockages there, then I did my service so you can help grow and expand people around you. And with that being free, that's great because no one provides that stuff for free. So I'm going to be the first one to lead with that step. So that way it grows and expand people with their gifts around me. And that's my objective, is to do that so you are thriving, not surviving, and being more encouraged to bring out your gifts and heal others with it. And it'll inspire others to grow and expand if they have the same gifts or different ones, okay? All right, so with that being a mouthful, Big Hugs viewers, glad you can join me. Let's start with you females, okay? Female Rune readers, let's ask the question, okay? What needs to be upgraded for female Rune readers to more as they transition from one phase to another to heal others with their gifts whenever they watch this? Hostilities in reverse. That's always a good sign. Door to romance. Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Last one. Walking away. And door to value in reverse. So female Rune readers, I'm going to clarify, lay out the map for me to see, and then we'll go right to it. So let's clarify hostilities in reverse with one card. Adapt to a transformation. Nice. Got my water bottle here. Clink. All right, let's clarify these 5 oracle energy cards for me, please. Heavenly Embrace. Clear Passage. Pathway Beyond. Treasure Within. And Energy Flow. All right, give me 5 key cards for these 5 energy oracle cards, please. All right, so when it comes down to where the blockages are, female Rune readers, I see that in your mind here, you're very open here to be guided by your angels and your spirit guides, which is great because you're wanting this transformation and this growth. So it's really great that you're open in your mind about it. I don't see any blockage here or hostility within inside your mind about this. Now your body. There's a lot of openness here. I don't see any blockage here in your body. It's like you're wanting to make good decisions here in order to grow and expand because it's part of your desire here. And you're ready to keep on moving forward with this upgrade, which is great. And your spirit here is being open to new things, communicating that throughout your whole being. Now, here in your ether, you're open here, but you're needing to spend time and space in order to accumulate more of your magic here. What's getting channeled in, the key here to transforming your magic, females that are Rune readers, is you spending time and space in their nature, okay? What's getting channeled in, like touching ground. So lay out a blanket and do some meditation outside or go on a nature walk, okay? What's getting channeled in, preferably once a week. This is what's going to help bring in a transformation in your magic and burn away anything from the past. Getting you really in tune to your true values, okay? Now, in your energy, it's very closed off here. There's some blockages here in your energy you need to release. So coming up with the self-care regimen is what's going to help you in being consistent with it, because that's what helps us all in enjoying our journey without those blockages. So always have an adjustment with your self-care regimen to keep yourself balanced, but also a power of transformational kind of meditation or grounding meditation will work too. This will help your energy flow better. With this transformation, you're going to be going through, growing through perfectionism here and how you perceive things. You're going to be cultivating more love, because that's what's key. When you cultivate more love with the self-care regimens, you're going to see a lot of things grow, not only with releasing those blockages, but you're also going to get more in tune to your creative energy here. your creative energy through your spirit is going to blossom more. It's going to help you go with the flow of life, and you getting to really understand that the universe, your spiritual source, has your back. And everything's going to come in perfect balance here in the end through this transformation, okay? So let's gain channeled in. Please be consistent about your self-care regimen, okay? Because you don't want to dupe yourself out of this transformation, okay? Because you're ready to go to the next level, and I see how open you are for this, to adapt to it. Your mind is very clear in wanting this, okay? Now, we're going to do part 2 of this deck, and it's a very simple thing. We're going to do guidance and a process for you for these next 2 months. So let's ask the question. Now, for the next 2 months, what guidance and spiritual process can female Rune readers do to further their expansion and healing whenever they watch this? Kin of the Red Hawk tribe, and you are part of my tribe as well with this. So, with the guidance we're going to do first, and then from there, the spiritual process. So when I do this, just sitting back, relaxing, and listening. If you could land up falling asleep for any kind of reason, you're not being condemned, okay? Make sure you pick up from the beginning. You don't want to do this in parts, or else it's going to be very confusing, okay? So very simple, right to the point, okay? Big hat. So here is the spiritual guidance to Ken of the Red Hawk tribe. So there are some on the spiritual path that claim to be more evolved than others, female Rune readers. Of course, these are likely to be the ones learning an important lesson in humility. Then there are the souls that know that they have come with a special purpose to lead, to guide, and inspire others. Yet they do not feel this makes them in any way superior to another. It is simply the way by which they can fulfill their divine destiny. These are the Red-tailed Hawk tribe, and you are one of them. Okay? And you are one of their own. Now, the red tail feathers only emerge in maturity, signifying that this bird of prey is a soul symbol for spiritual maturity and service to the tribe. Now, this is also a reflection by the red color associated with their feathers. At the base chakra from the Vedic tradition of India, red is a symbol of ground, earth, belonging, family, and tribe. Our material reality and the collective consciousness that we can create for each other to either move us forward as a race or hold us back, hold each other back. So Enka, or hawk, is the medicine of the messenger. This is one who sees and feels the birth of a new world, and who recognizes that which is outmolded and belongs only to the past. It is a progressive, honest, and action-oriented medicine. Now, as a channel between higher wisdom and earthly concerns, Enka brings a way to get things done in harmony with the universe. Now, red-tailed hawks are many in number, yet in each one has a unique plumage. My dear female Rune readers, they are both an army and a group of individuals. So it is with your kinder soul tribe that you will have a common purpose on this planet. But the way each in the tribe goes about fulfilling and expressing it will be unique. Now, our job is to recognize and support each other from different disciplines, different backgrounds, and are approaching the same world problems with different perspectives. Now, we may work from different places, my dear female Rune readers. Along different routes for the one true purpose of birthing higher consciousness on this planet. But when we realize that we belong to each other in our own common purpose, though sometimes it may be hiding under quirky differences of character and expression, we feel a sense of belonging, connection through an invisible but palpable thread of soul. To fully express and embrace the supportive power of our soul tribe, both in the spiritual realms and earthly worlds, you, female Rune readers, will feel the healing required around family, friends, and various types of community, including religious and business communities, where you have held wounding. Insecurities around being marked as an outcast, abandoned, or rejected can create unconscious defensiveness that keeps people away. Once you, my dear female Rune readers, you may have needed these psychological walls to hold you up until you healed your wounds and grew strong enough to thrive through tearing them back down. Enka comes with the message that you have outgrown these old ways. To continue with them will keep support away from you unnecessarily. You will clearly be able to see anything unwanted that used to be held at bay by the walls. You will now be able to deal with it through your skills of honest speech and your ability to tear away cords of connection or influence that do not serve you. And that is your guidance. So here is the special spiritual process you can do for the next 2 months when you feel like this. Okay? And we will start right now. Begin by relaxing, my dear female Rune readers, by closing your eyes and focusing as you imagine, intend, and feel, or even pretend that your awareness is moving away from the everyday world and follows your breath into a sacred place within you and all around you. Now focus on your breath for at least 10 breaths in and out. Now you are going to imagine, visualize, or intend that there is a magnificent red-tailed hawk sitting atop an ancient, sacred, spiritual book. Now this hawk is gazing steadily at you, and you see that this book has your name upon the cover. Now the hawk suddenly lights up the book, and the motion causes the book to open at a particular page. Now you are going to see, feel, absorb, or read the page now with your soul. Now you may or may not see, hear, or feel images and words. It may simply be that you are willing to remain open and allowing the wisdom to soak straight into your soul. So when you are ready, relax and slowly begin to focus on your breath, grounding yourself by moving first your hands and feet slowly, and then your body slowly. And as you come back into the here and now, you have completed your spiritual process. Thank you for joining me. You can do this spiritual process at any time, but especially these next 2 months. Or you have a choice of doing your own grounding meditation for 1 hour a day, outside or inside your home ground level. You can do it at daytime, nighttime, or afternoon, but at least 1 hour a day. Thank you. And that is the last part for the female rune readers. Big hugs. Don't forget to bring your journal for October's live classes. Write down any kind of questions you may have if you need to, and put down any kind of thing that inspires you throughout these next few months or any time, really. That is yours, a gift to yourself for any time to look back, and any gifts you need for the future too, okay? So, I'll see you later, female rune readers. Now we're going to go on to male rune readers. And males, if you didn't know, I'll be doing an oracle reading to help you unblock anything in the mind, body, and spirit. See if there's any blockages also in your ether. And then we'll go into the second part, seeing a spiritual process and guidance in order to have more growth and healing and transformation and all that good stuff. So I'm going to set up the decks and then we'll get started, okay? Cheers, by the way. Wink. Pretty an easy class, if you ask me. Not like the brick and mortar school, right? Shuffle these a couple of times. Hi there, Jess, too, in the all right, males. Male rune readers, let's do your reading, okay? And ask the question, what needs to be upgraded for male rune readers to expand more as they transition from one phase to another to heal others with their gifts whenever they watch this? Woman holding a heart in reverse. The garden and the gate in reverse. Financial constraints. And attachment in reverse. Last one, storm warning in reverse. Cool. All right, so before I start, I'm going to get the lay of the land by clarifying, and then we'll go further, okay? So clarify, woman holding a heart in reverse. Right track. Clarify all 5 of these energy oracle cards, please. Seeing beauty, inner peace, true north, heart palpitation, last one, mystic circle. And give me 5 key cards for 5 of these energy cards, please. All right, so male Rune readers. So when it comes down to the blockages, we're going to go one step at a time. Now here in your mind, I feel like you know you're here and going on the right track here in order to reveal more of your gifts and go through a transformation here. You're just needing to be guided in what that is. And that is coming up with a plan here. So that way you have the clarity here in order to be able to help yourself and help others. So the key of helping your mind here is coming up with the self-care regimen, so that way you're doing things in balance here, so that way you're giving to yourself and giving to others, so you feel fully recharged, that you're eating right. So this is a good time to come up with the self-care regimen, okay? And not neglecting you eating too, and making sure your energy is not spent here over giving. Because how can you feed others when your own table is empty? Also coming up with a plan in how you can nurture your beautiful ideas too out in the world. Because sometimes you're just sitting on it because you're giving to others way too much. So as a leader to one leader, you're going to need to learn to come up with a plan to be balanced with it, okay? That's an example of what I'm talking about, is being consistent with the self-care regimen, okay? Now in your body, I feel like you're here very at peace here, inner peace here in your body. There's stuff that you got over, and this is what's helping you do some more mindful practices in order to let go and have faith here. So that way you stay very grounded, stable, and solid here. Your key is to be still and listen to your spirit guides when you do these grounding meditations, okay? What's getting channeled in to incorporate that in your self-care regimen, okay? Now, in your spirit feels spent here. It's because it's getting you to align your decisions with this guidance. So that way you don't feel depleted by giving into fears and anxieties, okay? So what can you let go of, so that way you create more openness and not feeling restrained in your anxieties and fears? This is what your soul's trying to get your attention about in order to align more of your decisions with this guidance, okay? And being open for it, so that way you honor your intuition more than that old ideology is what's getting channeled in, okay? Now in your ether, you have really no attachment here to ether and magic. So you're just needing to be open by asking your spiritual source for help and showing more gratitude here, because when you show that compassion for yourself, your magic is how you build on that compassion for yourself, and how your gift and your magic flows through your compassion for others. Just so you know, magic is in different forms, and through your compassion is your magic. Okay? Now, and just know, when you're nurturing more of your compassion, you become that loving mirror towards others. And that's how your magic really comes out. Just be patient with that and with yourself and others, and see that magic come through in situations. I have a feeling, male Rune readers, that you already have. It's just you didn't identify it as magic. You're just like, well, it's just what human beings have. Yeah, but yours is more amplified, okay? Especially when it flows in balance and nice, it's amplified, where it heals others on a deep soul level, okay? Where it makes more of a deeper impact than others, okay? Now your energy, it looks good. I don't feel like there is a blockage, other than when you're doing this new stuff of self-care regiment and giving in balance. I feel as though with this transformation, you're going to see your perception going to be transformed, because it does. This old perception is what drains you. You know, the perception of that we have, where we think things have to be perfect. And that's what society conditioned us, our family, our friends. We all were conditioned. Now you're getting unconditioned through this transformation, where your perception is not going to hinder you anymore in your energy, where you're going to feel more stable and solid after this, because it's going to help you see things clearly. With that clarity, have more energy flow, and you not feeling lonely when you are in solitude. Okay? So there you are. There's your reading to help you get unblocked. Okay? Now, let's go into your second part. Your second part is going to be very easy, like the first part. You sit back, relax. I'll give you some guidance and a spiritual process you can do for these next 2 months, and also a secondary option as well to help you grow and expand and heal. Okay? All you have to do is be consistent with it. Because when you are investing with yourself, you're being consistent with that and not investing in those blockages or a mental prison. And that's a huge victory for all of us. Okay? Because we're here to champion you on, not to I'll do the total opposite. Okay? So let's get started by asking the question for you, male Rune readers. Okay? For the next 2 months, what guidance and spiritual processes can male Rune readers do to further their expansion and healing whenever they watch this? Ken of the Red Hawk tribe. So, like the females got this as well. and part of this tribe as well is alongside you. So sit back, relax, listen to the spiritual guidance from start to finish. Who feels tired and you're like, I fell asleep, then it's okay, male. All you have to do is listen to it from the beginning. Don't listen to it in parts, or you're going to be very confused of what's going down. And then after the guidance, we'll do the spiritual process. Down in the chat, you stumble across a live class, okay? So you're in the wrong area. I do other lives for zodiac sign and non-zodiac signs on Thursdays and Saturdays at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? So, with that being said, I feel like you saw the thumbnail and wanted to take a chance to still ask me that question. So it doesn't bother me to let you know that you're in a live class. You're in the wrong area. But you can always check out my other lives that will say very clearly, like this one said, what the live is about. Okay? So pay attention to those. I'm sure you already have, because you just left out. All right, male Rune readers. Let's go back to you. $39. I'll give you a little message before we start. Okay, male Rune readers. On the wings of a red-tailed hawk, a divine message comes. Your spiritual maturity has evolved into genuine power and discernment. You have earned your stripes, and acknowledgement is granted. So trust yourself and your destiny. You are ready. Trust in your sense of timing, which is excellent and inspired. Allow the divine to support you as you hover until the moment comes for you to fearlessly plunge into your forthcoming adventure. Okay? So, here's your spiritual guidance, male Rune readers. So there are some on the spiritual path that claim to be more evolved than others. Of course, these are likely to be the ones learning an important lessons in humility. Then there are souls that know that they have come with a special purpose to lead, to guide, and inspire others. Yet they do not feel this makes them in any way superior to another. It is simply the way by which they can fulfill their divine destiny. These are the red-tailed hawk tribe, and you are one of their own. So make hugs. So the red-tail feathers only emerge in maturity, signifying that the bird of prey is a soul symbol of spiritual maturity and service to the tribe. Now, this is also reflected by the red colored associated with their feathers and the base chakra from the Vedic tradition of India. Now, red is the color of ground, earth, and belonging, family, and tribe. Now, other material reality and the collective consciousness that can create for each other to either move us forward as a race or hold us back. So Enka or hawk is the medicine of the messenger. This is the one who sees and feels the birth of a new world, who recognizes that which is outmolded and belongs only in the past. It is a progressive, honest, and action-oriented medicine. Now, as a channel between higher wisdom and earthly concerns, Enka brings a way to get things done in harmony with the universe. So red-tailed hawks are many in numbers, my dear male rune readers, yet each one has a unique plumage. Now, they are both an army and a group of individuals. So it is with your kindred soul tribe that you'll have a common purpose on this planet. But the way each in the tribe goes about fulfilling and expressing it will be unique. So our job is to recognize and support each other. Even when we come from different disciplines, different backgrounds, and are approaching the same worldly problems with different perspectives. We may work from different places along different routes for the one true purpose of birthing higher consciousness on this planet. But when we realize that we belong to each other in our common purpose, though sometimes it may be hiding under quirky differences of character and expression, we, male rune readers, we feel a sense of belonging, connection through an invisible but palpable thread of soul. To fully embrace the supportive power of our soul tribe, both in spiritual realms and earthly world, we will feel the healing required around family, friends, and various types of community, including religious and business communities. So when you held wounding, insecurities around being marked as an outcast, abandonment, and rejection can create unconscious defensiveness that keeps people away. Once you, my dear male rune readers, once you may have needed these psychological walls to hold you up until you healed your wounds, grew stronger enough to thrive through tearing them back down. Enka comes with the message that you have outgrown these old ways. To continue with them, you will keep support away from you unnecessarily. You will clearly be able to see anything unwanted that used to be held at bay by the walls. You will now be able to deal with it through your skills of honest speech and your ability to tear away cords of connection or influence that do not serve you. Okay? Big hugs. So here is a simple spiritual process, my dear Rune readers that are males. We'll start the spiritual process now, okay? One step at a time. Begin by relaxing, male rune readers, okay? By closing your eyes and focusing on your breath as you imagine, intend, and feel, or pretend that your awareness moves away from the everyday world and it follows your breath into a sacred space within you and all around you. Focus on your breath for at least 10 breaths in and out. Now, you are going to imagine, visualize, or intend that there is a magnificent red-tailed hawk sitting upon an ancient, sacred, spiritual book. Now this hawk is gazing steadily at you. You see that this book has your name upon the cover. Now the hawk suddenly lights the book. And the motion causes the book to open to a particular page. You are going to see, feel, and absorb or read that page now with your soul. You may or may not see, hear, or feel pages or images and words. It may simply be that you're willing to remain open and allow the wisdom to soak straight into your soul. And when you are ready, relax and slowly begin to focus on your breath, grounding yourself by moving first your hands slowly, then your feet slowly, and then your whole body as you come back into the here and now. Gentle and slow. And you have completed your spiritual process, my dear male Rune readers. Thank you for joining me. And you can do this at any point in time, but especially these next 2 months. whenever you watch this. Your other option here is to do an hour of meditation a day, night, or in the evening on ground level, inside or outside of your home. Okay? When you do this, incorporating at least 1 hour of meditation each day, this is going to help you grow and expand and also heal too. And you'll be able to adjust it as many times as you want. Instead of just doing it once a day, it's up to you. Okay? And that's as simple as it is. That's the last part to the male Rune readers. Really hope it helps. Now, you're invited, male Rune readers, to my October classes. There's going to be 11 different kind of classes. They're all free. All you have to do is subscribe, okay? That easy. We'll go in on all elements. Bring a journal with you. We'll also, talk about death, life purpose, divine purpose, leading and following, and taking your teacher's path to a next level, okay? So it's going to be very simple, easy kind of classes. At the end, if you want to ask questions or conversate, we'll be doing that at the end for at least 30 minutes, if that, okay? So, yeah, I hope you can be able to join me at those October classes. There's already a playlist on my channel, so that way you can get notified. And I made it that easy, so you have that heads up, okay? All right, so that is the end of the Rune reading class, and I hope to all see you there. It's going to be mixed with a lot of different people that do have a lot of different gifts. So this is going to be cool to see everybody there and networking with each other. Just know that these classes, even in October, are going to be very flexible to whenever you want to watch it. But just make sure if you want to actually go to the live class, make sure you're there on time, okay? So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. And if you want to know more about my channel, real quick, I do different kind of oracle readings, okay, for zodiac signs and non-zodiac sign readings, okay? Definitely on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, September is going to look different because I'm going to incorporate another third live randomly each week. And then October is going to look quite different because, well, we'll be focusing on doing some lives, classes, and non-live classes too. So that should be interesting. So if you are subscribed, you'll know the jazz of what's going on, all right? So I'm going to end out with a mantra, and I'll see you later. I hope you have a good rest of the time that you have here, whether it's on the weekend or whenever you watch this, okay? So let's do the mantra thing. 𝐼ᴇʟᴏᴍᴇ Dhammasomajotegamaya Rityorman Shanti Shanti Shanti. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you later, okay? Bye for now.